Good morning, everyone. Day 945, walking 5 miles per day every single day at age 67 and a half. Today's quote: I don't care who's doing better than me. I'm doing better than I was this time last year. It's me versus me. I don't care who's doing better than me. I'm doing better than I was this time last year. It's me versus me. Probably my biggest challenge throughout my life has been envy. There's one particular person that I went to high school with who knew exactly what he was going to do from day one. He had an amazing talent, which gave him a little bit of a head start, but he knew what he was going to do. He did it. He ended up working with Steve Jobs and just became CEOs of multiple companies. And he's probably watching this video. He knows who he is. Very envious of him. And I've also been very, very envious of my nephew who, 15 years ago got bought in and became an operator for Chick-fil-A franchise. Because I knew how hard I worked to open my restaurant from scratch, and it just unnerved me that someone could just pay a fee, walk in and get a turnkey operation. Bitter about that for a long time, and then I finally realized, why am I doing this? It's not productive. I'm certainly not getting ahead by doing it. And then an amazing thing happened 945 days ago. I started walking. And when you start doing something that 99% of the population of the country isn't doing or will ever do, there are others that have done things much bigger than me. I mean, there was a guy that ran so many miles every day for 56 years. I mean, it's insane. But the fact that I started at age 65 and I'm going to be 68 in a few months, 68 in a few months, it gives me something to hang my hat on, quite frankly. Are there people envious of me? I don't know. I don't really care. I try not to think about that. But all I know is my envy for others has disappeared. And the only thing that I can surmise is that because I'm doing this and I feel better about me, that envy has gone away. That's about the only thing that I've been doing differently over the years. Was it fair to those other people to be envious of them? No, it was not. But that's life. When you see someone doing well and you're just getting by, it's pretty much automatic to be envious of that person. Forget the fact that they knew what they were going to do. They did it. They didn't let anything get in their way. They stuck with something. They didn't bounce around like I do. I mean, we could go on and on and on as to why they're successful and I wasn't. But now, all that's gone. So that is the bonus of doing something like this. And again, this does not have to be walking. If you want to learn a new language, if you want to mountain climb, if you want to skydive, if you want to ride a bicycle across the country, it's called RAM, Race Across America. I mean, there's really, the things that you can do out here are unlimited. Mine just happened to be walking because it fit. It absolutely fit into where I was 2.5 years ago and where I am now. It fit like a glove. So here's my word of advice, if I be so bold as to give advice. Don't let envy eat you alive, because I know it is. If you're a human being, there has been a point in your life where you've envied someone. It's so unproductive, it's so corrosive, and it will literally eat you alive, because all you think about is not what you can do to get out of your situation and make your situation better. All you're thinking about is, I don't measure up, look at what this person's doing. And that's just not true. We all have our own skill sets, we all have our own drive, we all have our own ambitions. Some of us got it early in life, and some of us are getting it later in life. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, maybe. So let that simmer for a little while today. Who are you envious of? Don't be envious of a celebrity or these people that you've got up on this pedestal. That's useless. If you're envious of someone you know, like I have been, look at it and say, well, okay, he knew what he wanted to do right out of high school and did it. All right. Why should I blame my nephew because he was smart enough to see the opportunity with Chick-fil-A? It's not his fault. That's my issue. And one day, he's probably not watching this, but one day I'll tell him that. But it's insidious how envy works. A lot of times you don't even realize it until you're knee deep in it and you're going, what's going on here? Probably one of the biggest problems with envy now is social media. David Goggins actually talks about this. He said people inflate themselves on social media and try to be something they're not. You'll never hear that from me. Never. I'm telling you the truth every single day. But people will post, they're driving their fancy cars, or they're going on this great vacation, or they're doing this or they're doing that. People that do that have an issue. They are hiding something. They are missing something. If they have to be socially validated by people they don't even know, and I'm guilty of that right now because of YouTube. Yes, I look at the likes a lot, and I am looking for that validation, but it does not involve envy. I'm looking for that validation because I'm putting a lot of effort into this every single day. I've got 181 videos up. That's a lot of work, folks. So, do I want to be validated? Yeah, I want viewers. I do. Because I really want to make an impact on people. And I think I am, based on the constant flow of comments that I get every single day. So keep that in mind as you go through the day. Don't let envy eat you alive. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Just don't. Be yourself. Do your thing. And don't let the crap that's on social media get you down and make you envious of anyone. You do those things, you're off to the races. I hope y'all have a great day. Godspeed. I'll see you tomorrow.